So the question is, how did I first get started on my journey? And I had to come and walk with that one for a bit too, and come out here and sit with nature out here, and it's drizzling as it does a lot here in Hawaii. How did I first get started on my journey? The first thing that popped into my head was that I finally quit getting derailed on my journey. So maybe when did I finally quit postponing, getting distracted and derailed from my journey? Because when I came in as a child, it was inquisitive and asking questions and challenging, and that was pretty well beat out of me. And I went into the patriarchal world and, tried my best to submit and comply and conform, and that didn't work. By the time 2010, the end of 2010, I was 268 pounds in bed in adult depends dying, and I committed suicide for the last time. I had done so previously and had pulled out of it, and what I realize now, like I had multiple death experiences at the hands of myself, suicide. And when I went into that particular suicide, I said a very fierce prayer. I said for God to either take me out, take me the fuck out, or give me a purpose, and that I was willing to go anywhere and do anything to not be who and what I was anymore. I'm still here, or there, and I turned back to Western medicine because I was a nurse for 23 years, and that was the only way I knew, so I went back into Western medicine, but I went into it also at the same time seeking some alternative stuff as well. I had been in AA for 5 years and had sought that way, and I think that was like a start, but then I was distracted again. But 2010, I made a commitment that I was actually going to put some effort into this, and I went back into Western medicine, did everything that they told me to do. I got back to work. My tax return said $180,000 a year at the end of 2012, between my husband at the time and I. And I had 2 houses, 2 cars. My health was starting to come back, and then I got dropped by a kidney stone. And I said that prayer again, and I just kept hearing go. And shortly after that, when I went back to work, it was seriously, my desk was at a different place. The walls were a different color. I couldn't remember how to do my job anymore, and it didn't make any sense anymore. I was working for an insurance company, and I met my first teacher that I really accepted and agreed to do whatever he told me to do, because he was 50 and he looked like he was 25, and I saw he was doing what he was telling me to do. So I did all the cleanses, and I lost half my body weight, off all medications in like 2.5 months. I'd quit my job. They told me that I couldn't stay there anymore, that they didn't know where I was going, but I couldn't stay there. I turned in my nursing license with a letter saying that I refused to participate in organized intentional murdering and poisoning of people. Well, my family thought I went insane, but didn't lock me up, thank goddess. But they did. The husband filed for divorce, canceled the credit cards, locked me out of the house, and the kids locked me out of the other house. And I fought tooth and nail for some money, and finally got about $3,000. And I decided if I was going to be homeless, I was going to have better scenery. And I finally listened to that voice that said go, but I was super, super scared. So I took somebody with me, And like I said, I'd fought for that money. $3,000 is what I had. And the only thing I could figure out that I would want to do or sounded exciting or fun was to go to the diamond mines in Arkansas. And I took that person I thought was a brother with me, and I got up there and my credit card went missing, and he stole my truck, and I was left there with $4 to my name. And that's when my journey really began. And the rest of that, you know, if you wish to know, ask some questions, I guess. I don't want to make these videos too long or boring, but that is when my journey truly began. Was when I had nothing left. As Janis Joplin says, freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. And the rest of it, from there to here, has been about accepting and yeah, walking, uh, walking the talk even when there appears there ain't no floor. And most of the time it's looked like there hasn't been, but there was a beautiful angel on the highway named Michael that I picked up when I was driving around, and he taught me how to be an angel on the highway, and he taught me so much that now I walk and embody, and gave me hope. And there's been so many others along the way that have, but that's where it began, in a hotel room with everybody I knew previously telling me what a piece of shit I was. Nothing left to go back to. And I picked up the Bible. It was on the bedside table, and it said to give everything you own away. And it said to wash feet. And so I started taking care of my elders' feet, and I gave away everything that I owned, and I've been following ever since. And it's a magical adventure. And now it's starting to rain too much, so that's my signal to go. I love you. Thanks for asking. It's a joy to be able to share. May my steps be for you as well. Aloha.